nowadays it's about skilled front court players, guys who have the ability to not only shoot it, but also dribble handoff, make decisions with the basketball to help open up and spread up your offense for your guards and your quicker players to slash and find those gaps.
And the starting lineup for the Pelicans. Redick and Ingram fill out the perimeter. Williamson out there with Steven Adams. And it's Bledsoe in at the point guard position. Aldridge trying to break free. Griffin's shot is off.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here's Ingram. The pass to Williamson. Over Irving. And it's Williamson missing. Yep, it counts.
The motor right now for Steven Adams is humming on the glass, getting after it.
And the Nets with possession. 4-point game. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Pass to Griffin. Back to Irving. Just 5 on the clock. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Pelicans ball.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, a while ago, Alvin Gentry and I were able to chat. The task of defending Kyrie Irving was foremost on his mind. He is a slippery ball handler, maybe the best in the league, with an array of shots and moves at every level. It has to be a team effort to try and limit his impact on the game. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Here is Bledsoe. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Bledsoe kicks to Ingram. Shoots over KD. And it's Ingram missing.
The D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
Now here's Bledsoe. He's coming off a 28-point game against Sacramento.
Yeah, but all around offensively, the performance was great. He knew when he had it going, but he also knew he could get other guys going. So his passing right up there on the level with his scoring in that one.
And the Pelicans miss again. Nets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Irving against Bledsoe. Irving can't get it to go.
I'll be honest, I thought there's no way that he's missing that close. That's a bunny. Give it up for the aggressive defense, Kevin.
Bledsoe, and it's sent back by Aldridge.
Well, he's become a defensive anchor here for this team over the past couple seasons. Great timing on the block there.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And for Blake Griffin, always a great outside shooter for the power forward position, Greg, but he's added range the last few seasons.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Griffin go from a guy who might take 1 3 a game to someone putting up about 6 a night. The results have been there for him as he shoots a respectable rate from beyond.
And the free throw is good, now leading by 1.
Traditionally, we talk about power forwards. I mean, is that not Blake Griffin? It applies to every facet of his game.
Griffin hits them both.
And New Orleans, not the largest market, but a lot to like about living in the Big Easy.
You just said Big Easy in New Orleans, and I saw Kevin Harlan's head whip over here because I know what he's thinking about. Food, baby.
That's right.
Food. But whether it's music, art, architecture, New Orleans has a tremendous culture.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
We coast, West Coast, we brag, we boast, then travel off as the globe, turn that loud as it goes, been counting pounds and euros, I can't be playing with these, they bad, I know. Go ahead, get you some, yeah, man, just watch when I get me some, go ahead, get you some, yeah, get you some, just can't wait till I get me some, go ahead, get you some, yeah.
numbers for James Harden. Last season, he played outstanding. He averaged 36 points a game, 7 assists, and 6 rebounds. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
Now here's Bledsoe. To the wing on the left. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
How about the soft touch of Bledsoe that time? Awesome job of arcing the ball, the floater high up into the air to get 2.
Adams against Aldridge. Over Adams. And he overshot that one, missing. And Adams has got the ball here for the Pelicans. Ingram passes to Williamson, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Oh, Griffin in position. It's stolen by Adams. Irving against Bledsoe. Adams trying to free himself up. Shot's good by Bledsoe. Bledsoe's got 6.
And how about the physique of Eric Bledsoe there? Terrific at sticking it to the defense, even when he gets pinballed around a bit.
Irving passes to Aldridge. Back to Irving. Six on the shot clock. Harden right side. Shoots over Redick. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Irving. Harden's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, put some students in the classroom because that's exactly how you move the ball. Kyrie terrific at spotting the open man, and then you got to get it to him.
Now here's Bledsoe. 6 points for him. Redick with the 3. Kept alive. Here's Adams. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Yeah, that 265 pounds out there, Kevin, it's pretty solid. A wrecking ball.
Irving against Bledsoe. Pass to Harden. And Adams sends it back. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Adams. Harden outside. Clock at 6. And a miss there on the triple. The Pelicans have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. Redick against Harden. And Redick kicks to Bledsoe. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Here's Ingram. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Let's take a moment to check out Kevin Durant here. He's coming off an excellent season. 8th in scoring, and he was top 10 in free throw percentage. Did not waste opportunities to convert at the line.
And back to his points per game average last year, he literally propped up the team's offense whenever they needed it. From the arc, it's rebounded by New Orleans.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Here's Adams. Goes back up. Pass to Bledsoe. Nice D from Durant.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Williamson, and the dunk by Williamson.
Yeah, a nightmare to defend in space. Williamson showing elite acceleration with the ball in his hands.
Irving looking for an opening. Dishes it to Harden. Shoots over Redick. And the Nets miss again. Pelicans leading by 4. And there's the call on Durant. That's his first foul. Williamson kicks to Bledsoe. There's the pass to Ingram. 4 on the shot clock. Takes the 3.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots. If he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
Pass to Adams. Up top, Bledsoe. He's covered by Irving. Harden against Reddick. Knocked away from deep three-point range. Williamson, the pass to Bledsoe. Ingram against Durant. Ingram outside from past the arc. And it's James Harden with the rebound.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Count it.
Well, Kevin Durant not only feels like he can score from everywhere, he does. So when he's that close, just count it.
Irving against Bledsoe. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That is his first foul of the game. Jordan, he's checked in for Brooklyn. And New Orleans also making a change. Ball's checked in. Now here's Williamson. Defended by Griffin. 6 to shoot. Ball against Irving. And Jordan sends it back.
He gets to throw up stuff like that with DeAndre Jordan lurking around.
And that one is good.
That is a solid opening quarter right here. Very active and creating a lot of good opportunities for himself.
Ball dishes to Ingram. Off the left rim and out.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
Pelicans trail by 4. Well, he might be an aging veteran in the NBA, but DeAndre Jordan is still terrifying for defenders when he's going up for the alley-oop.
Well, he's such a great target still on the roll situation. You combine his length and athleticism now with the know-how and his tenure in the league, and DeAndre Jordan still can be an elite finisher on the inside.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. The starting gate, opening night in the NBA. Brent, what are you most looking forward to?
I just like to see who it is that, in terms of their competitive spirit right now, is coming out of training camp hungry. Let's see in the next couple weeks which team jumps out and which coaching staffs have done a great job preparing their team coming out of camp. Now, we know that teams can fall off, Kevin. The talent will catch up. Other veteran teams may get themselves back into a rhythm. But coming out of training camp, how much more together are teams, and teams that have made changes, what are they playing like?
What's their chemistry?
Exactly. Let's find out how they're going to play this year.
Success at the foul line last season than this group of players. Number 5 is J.J. Redick.
He was locked and loaded from the free throw line all season. Never suffered through any real lulls in that department.
Nets on defense. They lead by 4. Adams finds Ingram. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Redick is in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And again, New Orleans has no luck. Last outing for the Pelicans, it was a loss to the Kings. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by KD. And now a 6-point Brooklyn lead.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Ingram kicks the ball. Passes it to Williamson to end the run. drained for 2 points.
Yeah, and Ball, a transcendent talent, I think has a real skill for finding his teammates when they have those good looks at the rim.
Now, here is Irving. From 13, another one falls for Brooklyn.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
It's Ingram on the wing, defended by Griffin, and it's Ingram missing.
Well, his shooting this quarter has to be a huge concern, especially when they're behind like this. Can he find a rhythm?
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Here's Ball, following the bucket by the Nets. Ingram outside. 1:30 left in the first quarter. Griffin with the steal. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. And Harden with the stuff.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
And so here is New Orleans, following the bucket by the Nets. They get it back. Basket counts. And that's now 6 points for Steven Adams.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Pass to Harden. For three. Another miss by Harden. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
Here's Redick. That one, no good. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the quarter.
And the pass to Ball. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. The teardrop falls in.
And how clever is this guy? I mean, just no fear going with the soft, high-arcing floater.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. There's 14 seconds left in the first. And here's Redick. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. To the left side wing. With 2 seconds left.
Kyrie more and more wants to take pride on the defensive end, so encouraging to see him out there with a hand up on that one.
James Harden getting it done for Brooklyn. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. At one time a poor free throw shooter, DeAndre Jordan has really improved this part of his game, and he was asked back when he was struggling if he had ever considered shooting them underhand, like some have in the past.
I haven't. I've never tried it. I've never secretly tried it in practice or anything like that. I think I'm going to try to shoot it regular for a while, and if that's my last resort, then so be it.
You know, he's made some progress with his method, though.
Yeah, him, Drummond, Capella, a lot of the guys who are getting the hack-a-shack treatment have made great strides.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Pelicans. Their backcourt, Ball and Redick. Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. And it's Favors in at the center position. And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans.
And a moment here to check out the stats for Brandon Ingram. Last year, getting it done. Averaged about 18 points a game last season. 5 rebounds and 3 assists. And he's putting in the effort, and you can see him getting better with time.
So many little things that you have to learn to grow as a player. He's just going through a bit of that process right now.
Pass the ball. Shot clock at 6. That's tipped, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Pelicans will retain possession. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Redick with the bucket.
The quick release of J.J. Redick, expecting the pass, and the defense can't react to that kind of shot.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. 23 points for him the last game against Golden State.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. His assist totals show you what a fantastic all-around effort it was. And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Ball against Dinwiddie. 6 on the shot clock. Now, here's Ball. He's covered closely. And it's Williamson missing. The Nets with the lead. And here's Harris from the arc. Redick with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Passes it to Ball. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on James Harden. In player development, Brent, what are some of the primary things that can be taught?
I think in today's game, what a lot of PD coaches are looking at, Kevin, is just decision making, playing out of the pick and roll and coming off into a spot where you're making the correct reads. It's much like, and you cover a lot of football, where you can talk to quarterbacks about their checkdowns.
Yes.
I think you can teach guys how it is that when they come off a screen, what's going to be available to them, and paint pictures for them so that when they're on the floor, they become second nature in terms of their decision making. That can be huge. And then the second thing is always player development, working on confidence in shooting the basketball. You just want guys to feel like whatever shot they're taking, they've got a great chance of making it.
And it's tied up with that one. Now, Dinwiddie. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. And Derrick Favors picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Ingram with the steal.
The instincts on defense on full display there. It was a gamble for sure, but it paid off big time in the form of a steal.
And how about the huge wingspan of Ingram, really causing the opposition a number of problems.
Here's Dinwiddie following the score by New Orleans. Here's Harden. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Ball, the pass to Williamson. Outside Favors. Ingram against Harris. Ingram dishes to Favors. And it's blocked by Jordan. And so the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last.
Pelicans ball.
Shot clock at 2. Redick. Off the inbound. No good. And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. Harris outside. Back to Dinwiddie. Outside for KD.
Come on.
And that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
All right, a chance here to check out Derrick Favors' stats. A very nice season for him last year. 9th in field goal percentage and a top 15 ranking in blocks per game, supplying that backline protection that is so key to a great defense.
And you know, back to his tremendous efficiency shooting last season, top 10 in the league, his dead-eye shooting creates so many opportunities for that offense. Shots good by Durant.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's Ball, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It goes on Spencer Dinwiddie.
Yeah, and Ball's size makes him a difficult guy to guard. He uses it well to pick up fouls while shooting.
And for all the drama surrounding Lonzo Ball's entrance into the NBA, one thing is for certain: he can play.
And Lonzo will always have the media attention, but the fact is he is a very talented player. His playmaking and passing was as elite as advertised from day one, starting to find his spots on how he can score for himself. But everything else with his game is what you'd want from an elite point guard.
No luck that time either.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. It doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Favors. Outside for Redick. Drills it from outside.
Easy to see why J.J. Redick is a guy that everybody talks about as being one of the premier shooters in the NBA.
Pass to Harden. Redick with the rebound. New Orleans in the lead. In the corner, it's Ingram. Lets the three fly. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
The Nets have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Down low, here's KD, and then Durant with the jam.
Well, maybe not the highest of flyers, Durant, but because of his reach, it's so easy for him to win above the rim.
Redick up top, guarded by Harden. Ball with it. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Sacramento. They get the rebound. Now the pass to Ingram. Goes up again, buries the jump shot. Ingram's got 5 points so far.
How ridiculous is Ingram? Just towing with the defense's emotions with that ball handle.
Pass to Jordan. High post, KD. He's got 12. Here's New Orleans. They're on a 16-6 run. Ingram passes the ball. Back to Ingram. Clock at 6. Pass the ball. Williamson with it. Dinwiddie covering. And that one's good. Williamson.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Nets trail by 6. And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Ray, you suited up for 6 teams in your NBA career. What do you think about some of the front offices that you came across during that playing time?
I think when you find a front office, when you move from franchise to franchise, is what it is that they value most. And there were some franchises, quite frankly, Kevin, that I played for where they just wanted you to show up on time, get there, play the game, and leave. Those franchises end up having a lot of There are other teams that do so many other things well, Kevin. You feel so much more valued as a player throughout your course of your career. Those are the places that end up sticking with you. And I think the league is doing a great job from top to bottom, moving in that direction. Now, some are doing it better than others. That will always be the case. But the idea around finding more completeness for what it is you provide a player is a great thing for everybody.
Brooklyn making a change here. Aldridge has checked in. You know, these are the guys you need to be aware of if you don't want your pocket picked. Here are last season's steals leaders. James Harden is second.
He showed such tremendous defensive instincts. Trust me, nobody wanted him guarding them last year.
On defense, New Orleans. Aldridge kicks to Durant. Dinwiddie outside. Five to shoot. Got it. Good job in the low post.
A defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
Ball dishes to Favors. Pass to Ingram. And it's blocked by Jordan. And Ball gets it to go on the assist from Favors. Ball's got the lead up to 7 now for New Orleans. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. And now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. And that will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do in the fast break.
You're right, David. A welcome change. Thank you. Here's Dinwiddie. Zion Williamson making his last shot. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Ball against Dinwiddie. Ball no good. And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Harden outside. Three-pointer. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Williamson's got 6 rebounds in the game. Redick inside the line. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
Inside, outside, Harden will attack you from anywhere. Nice play.
Out left to the wing. Here's Williamson. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
And after that ragged first quarter, they're getting some momentum, some confidence. Nice flow.
Here's KD. The offensive rebound. And the rejection by Favors. And the wide open shot from Redick. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
Sometimes on the move, tough to find some touch. JJ able to do it with that shot there.
Ball against Dinwiddie. The pass to Harden. Puts up a 3. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Favors got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Dinwiddie against Ball. He kicks it to Ingram. Outside, Redick. And another 3 for New Orleans.
Yet another 3. Once we hit the second quarter, it just seems as if those threes just started to fall like raindrops.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. Pass to Harden. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got his 4th assist in this one. Ball, the pass to Williamson. He dishes it to Redick. From outside the arc. Here's Favors. Feeds to Williamson. Back to Favors. Ingram outside. From deep. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Dinwiddie passes to Jordan. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Yeah, how many times do we see highlights like this? DeAndre Jordan loves bringing the hammer.
Ball against Dinwiddie. And it's sent back by Aldridge. Stolen by Ball. Ingram outside. Passes it to Favors. The dish now to Ingram. 6 to shoot. Back to Favors. Ball's knocked loose. Good D by Jordan. Nets trail by 9. Here's Harden on the wing. Covered by Reddick. They get it again. Jordan trying to free himself up. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. And that's now 20 points for James Harden. Here's Ball. He has 7. KD with it. Favors picks him up. Oh, and here we go with Durant. Nobody back. And then Durant with the dunk.
Yeah, it's funny. You talk about players using their body to get into the lane. Kevin Durant using his arms to get into the lane starts the break.
Now here's Williamson. 12 points for him. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Reddick dishes to Williamson. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Ball. Softly drops in the floater. Ball's got 9.
Yeah, you've got to stay with Ball when the pick comes. You know he's looking to get the shot off.
And here's Harden. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Kyrie, they got themselves going in the second quarter. How do you get control of the game back?
It starts with not getting the ball out of the net. You know, we got to get stops, and it starts in that end. That's where it's really going to start for us. And we just got to continue to compete. That's all.
Kyrie, thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Zion Williamson was on fire in the first half. He had 12 points, 2 assists, and 7 rebounds. What did you think, Shaq, about New Orleans?
Well, they've been playing with some toughness. It's led to a nice lead for them, not just on the scoreboard, but in the rebounding numbers. Now they need to stay mean, Ernie. You cannot lose that edge in the second half.
And Kenny, what are your thoughts on Brooklyn?
Their inaccuracy from behind the arc was brutal. Shot selection, I didn't see any. The perimeter offense they're running, you could scrap that. They need to get back to the basics. Pound it inside, more pick and roll. Try to pick up some easy buckets in transition.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. It's the Nets now. We've got LaMarcus Aldridge, Harden out there with Irving, and it's Durant, and it's Griffin in at the power forward position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Durant kicks to Griffin. Lots of room. That one off the back iron and out.
And they continue to control the glass. Too much at that. Not a guy you can stop by fouling. Williamson too focused and too powerful.
Well, if there was ever a no-doubt number 1 pick, it is Zion Williamson. Brent, New Orleans jumped at the chance to draft him.
Yeah, hard to think of a transition where you have a transcendental star in Anthony Davis in the 7 seasons he gave to the Pelicans, that Zion Williamson would come in and almost make you, and I don't mean this in a bad way, Kevin, but forget about AD. There's that much excitement and enthusiasm around what the talent set is and the skill set of this young star player could be.
And Williamson, a kid that's likely to reach his full potential, very coachable, absorbs instruction well, and really implements it quickly.
Harden. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Aldridge against Bledsoe. Pass to Adams. Over Irving. Adams' shot is good. And now it's a 12-point Pelican lead.
Great effort from Adams there. We know he has that size to take the contact, but determined on that play to get the points.
Irving finds Harden. Launches a three. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Got a piece of it. Williamson, the pass to Reddick. And there's the pass to Williamson. Shot clock at 6. For 3, Bledsoe. And it's Griffin with the rebound. And so Griffin will bring it up for Brooklyn. Down by 12. Here's Durant. Another shot. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
For a spindly guy, Durant has such great body control. Hard not to foul him when he carves his way in that deep.
And at this point, there simply is no doubt that Kevin Durant is one of the great shooters to ever play the game. The only question is just where on the all-time list will he land when we talk about the unstoppable scorer.
That's good from Durant. And with Durant, perhaps the most amazing part, he can have quiet nights, Greg, of 30-plus points.
Kevin, his scores are just so easy for him that you forget you aren't supposed to see 7-foot sharpshooters doing it. He can score from anywhere in any fashion and can hold his own with any player in history in terms of how unguardable he is.
Greg, you get so caught up in how great Durant is at scoring that you forget sometimes about his other terrific offensive skills.
You know, Katie doesn't really get a lot of recognition for his passing, but he has fantastic vision. I mean, arguably, he might be the most underrated superstar ever. Sees so many double teams and does a great job of getting the ball out to open teammates.
Now here's Durant. Zion Williamson unable to get his last shot to go. Irving with the bounce pass. Kicks it out to Harden. Fires for 3. But they'll get another chance. Durant, that's good.
How about that? On the offensive glass, KD anticipating where the ball was going and then uses his length to track it down.
Bledsoe against Irving. And that one drops. And it's 8 points for Eric Bledsoe.
And defensively, these guys are looking for answers since halftime. They've seen disjointed and out of sync. They have got to get back that rhythm defensively.
Right side Aldridge takes it from 10. That shot off. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And it's sent back by KD.
An extremely fluid athlete with sneaky explosiveness. It's a wonder Durant doesn't block more shots.
On defense, the Nets. It's a 10-point game. Ingram kicks to Reddick. Just 5 to shoot. Adams. And that's going to be a travel. If you were commissioner, Brent, of the NBA, would you add or alter any rules right now?
Wow. First of all, I think you get to fly on a really nice plane wherever you're going, and you get to go to any game you want to.
Yeah.
So sign me up for that job.
With courtside seats, by the way, too.
Add or alter any NBA rules. I think the game is in a pretty good place right now, Kevin. And there's not much that I think is out there for us to change.
It seems like All-Star Weekend and the length of the season seems to be two pretty prominent things that continually come.
Yeah, and as far as the question, I guess my head was going to things that are on the floor.
I was thinking that too, but I couldn't think of anything that really...
On the floor, it's tough to figure out something that could be adjusted. And I know Adam Silver and David Stern before him, all of their concern mostly is about the optics of the game.
Yes.
And right now it's in a pretty good spot.
It's very pleasing to watch, there's no doubt. And here is Ingram. James Harden getting it to go from deep. Outside, Redick. The pass to Hayes. Again, New Orleans turns it over.
Taking a look at some numbers for Redick, last season's performance for him averaged about 18 points a game, 2 assists and 2 rebounds. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
Harris is checked in for Durant. Nets trail by 10. Outside Irving. Pass to Harden. Lets it go from deep. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got assist number 5 here tonight.
After not having a 3 during the first half, he's made 2 now this second half, and he looks hungry for more.
Bledsoe passes to Redick. Here's the 3. And it's Irving with the rebound. It's good, and the New Orleans lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Blake Griffin.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
Yeah, possession's just way more efficient, I think, here tonight. Taking smarter, better shots, moving the ball around. That's helped them to get back in the ball game.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
The feed to Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
And it is easy to get spoiled watching Harden. He's had so many games like this in his career, but you still got to appreciate what he does.
Now here's Bledsoe. 8 points for him. Adams finds Redick. Back to Adams. And stolen by Aldridge. Ingram against Harden. And then Griffin with the dunk.
Yeah, and that kind of activity, Kevin, helps Griffin to do so much more in this game. He's been tireless.
Now here's Redick. 14 points for him. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on James Harden.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line. And perimeter shooting, never more valuable. And that's been J.J. Redick's M.O. all along. An elite marksman who can hit from anywhere.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. And in today's game, if you don't have floor spacing, your offense is going to struggle.
They call it gravity, the ability of outside shooters to attract defensive attention. Redick, one of those you don't leave for a moment.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Now you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Harden dishes to Aldridge. Back to Harden. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
And Griffin is physical right there, bumping in and picking up a personal.
The Nets have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
And team stats last season, 74% shooting. So some numbers that they can definitely improve upon.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
And he knocks down the first one. He makes 1 of 2 that time.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising. It's such a tight game.
And that one's good. Ingram.
Again, floor vision from Eric Bledsoe makes dishing that basketball look easy.
Nets trail by 6. Outside Irving. Irving double team. Inside, here's Aldridge. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And in a league that's obsessed with threes and layups, DeMarcus Aldridge defying the trend, really feasting on a steady diet of mid-range jumpers.
And the first one at the line is good. And that turnaround jumper of Aldridge's, Greg, just impossible to defend.
Long arms, that high release point. When it's falling, well, we saw him give OKC 56. This man can take over.
And so LaMarcus Aldridge nails them both.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Now here's Bledsoe. 8 points for him. Lays it up and banks it in. Bledsoe's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, he can only do so much against EB out there. Bledsoe remarkable when it comes to finishing through the D.
And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans. And a moment now to check out who the Pelicans have coming up. On Friday, they'll face off against Donovan Mitchell and the Utah Jazz. Then on Saturday, they'll face off against Paul George and the Los Angeles Clippers. Bledsoe looking around. It's Ingram on the wing. 11 feet away. Another one falls for New Orleans.
And Ingram hits these mid-range jumpers in his sleep. The defense can't allow him to get going from there.
Irving kicks to Harden. Harris against Ingram. Harris outside. Clock at 6. The 3. Offensive rebound. It's good.
And Kyrie constantly beating his defenders and so good in those tight quarters with the basketball.
Bledsoe passes to Ingram. Outside, Redick. The three-pointer, no good. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Nets. Harris kicks to Aldridge. Here's Irving. Some solid defense from Ingram. New Orleans leading by 6. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Brooklyn's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. The kick out to Aldridge. Passes to Irving. Irving double team. And Harris wide open. He shoots off target from three-point range. For New Orleans, they've gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime, shooting 8 of 15. Redick passes to Adams. Outside for Bledsoe. Now Hayes. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And Bledsoe, here we go. A rebound by the Nets. Aldridge has got his 4th rebound in this one. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Wow, Blake Griffin giving you all the highlights right here. His jams igniting both the crowd and his teammates.
Pass to Hayes. Outside, Redick. Top of the key. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Redick's got 7 now in this quarter. Nets trail by 6. Irving with the ball. And the pass to Griffin. To the middle. Here's Aldridge. And the dunk by Aldridge.
Yeah, that's the kind of passing that opens up the eyes to Blake Griffin's overall talent.
Bledsoe dishes to Reddick. And there's a minute 45 left to play here in the third. Back to Bledsoe. Pass to Hayes. Poke loose, and it's out of bounds, and they say last touch by Griffin. Brooklyn making some changes. Jordan, he's checked in for Aldridge. And Dinwiddie subbed in for James Harden. Off the inbound pass. A rebound by the Nets. Outside Irving. He's looking for Jordan and finds him. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Bledsoe passes to Okafor. Ingram against Harris. Bledsoe outside. The shot that time not on target. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have. Staying aggressive and playing under control.
Now we have a moment to look at how the blocks have been stacking up over the past several months for Aldridge.
But we're just not seeing that same fierceness out of him defensively these last few months. He's lost a little bit of that intimidation factor. He's not blocking as many shots, and he's not making the same impact on that end of the floor.
And that one misses. Durant's checked in for Joe Harris. And he's good on the second. New Orleans has gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. KD against Ingram. Outside for Bledsoe. 5 on the clock. Looking to end his cold spell. He can't hit that time. Griffin with some nice D. Brooklyn trailing. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Irving against Ball. Irving passes to Griffin. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Griffin's got 5 assists tonight.
Such a stellar passer for his position. Griffin has an uncanny ability to find guys in the spots where they can be effective.
And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. James Harden getting it done for Brooklyn. What a quarter that saw them generate a great comeback effort and are now out in front with momentum behind them. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. So the Pelican 5 right now. At the forward slots, Ingram and Melly. All out there at Bledsoe. And it's Okafor in at center. Now here's Ingram. Great D that time from Durant. And now the fast break. Griffin with the ball. And then Griffin with the dunk.
Doesn't get talked about much, but Blake Griffin sprinting out in transition allows him those kind of opportunities.
Ingram passes to Bledsoe. Durant with the steal. In transition, here come the Nets. Dinwiddie wide open. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. And the Nets lead by 7. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. They'll be off next to Utah for a meeting with the Jazz. And that game will be 4 out of 5 on the road for the team. Here's Okafor. Back to Ball. From deep three-point range, offensive rebound. Melly passes to Okafor. Kicks the ball. For 3, Bledsoe. On the rebound goes to Griffin. Griffin's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Dinwiddie. Ball with the rebound. Pelicans trail by 7. Ingram outside. Offline with his 3.
Well, if he wants to make the defense work, he's got to start knocking down the threes. Only one so far in this game for him, and none since halftime.
They get it back. Jordan tries yet again. He lays it in. And now it's a 9-point Brooklyn lead.
And how about that beautiful display for us of DeAndre Jordan and that wingspan getting to that ball.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. And with the 4th quarter push coming up here, the coach going over the game plan and these players rehydrating themselves with Gatorade, recharging their bodies, refocusing their minds, and getting that strategy down to close out the game. Sideline reporter David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I got a chance to find out what Alvin Gentry talked about with his players. He is not pleased, and he told them they have to make a push right now. He said, look, we got to make a move or I've got to pull the plug. Pretty blunt stuff, Kevin. Back to you.
One shot.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Brooklyn leading by 6. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Passes it to Irving. Back to Dinwiddie. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And that kind of sums up how this game is going.
Attack-minded all the way.
Yeah, great read. Calls his own number and then sends it home.
Durant with the steal. And finished off by KD.
Phenomenal basketball instincts by Durant. Picks that one clean and then sends it the other way.
Outside for Bledsoe. Here's Ball. That shot no good. Good D by Jordan. And here are the Nets. They're on an 11-3 run. Here's Dinwiddie. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken. second on the floor.
Yeah, and the defense has been on their back heels with the way they've been running the ball up the floor.
Here's Ball. Rebound, Brooklyn. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line. That's going to send Kevin Durant to the line. It goes on Brandon Ingram. Williamson is checked in for the Pelicans.
They're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
Pelicans trail by 15. Ball kicks to Okafor. Here's Bledsoe. Dinwiddie with some nice D.
Maybe there are ways to contribute that don't involve shooting the basketball. That's the best way that maybe he can help them out in trying to win this game.
Now here's Durant. Here's Jordan. That's in, coming off the assist from KD. Jordan's got 4 this quarter.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Bledsoe against Dinwiddie. And Bledsoe, here we go. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Dinwiddie's got 12 points in just the second half.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Here's Ingram. Nice touch on the bank shot.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Irving finds Durant. To the inside. Claxton with the bucket. Claxton's got his first bucket of the night.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
It's Ingram on the wing. Okafor trying to get open. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Dinwiddie with the ball. Nobody near Irving. That 3 off the mark. Pelicans trail by 19. Williamson, the pass to Ball. To the paint, Okafor dishes the ball. Here's Williamson, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And we're not used to seeing a big man like Williamson move like this. Puts defenders in a bind.
Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. So for the Nets, Aldridge comes in for Jordan. And it's James Harden in for Spencer Dinwiddie. The Pelicans also changing it up. Steven Adams comes in for Okafor. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Ball. He's off on the second. Nets leading by 18. Inside, here's Irving. No good that time. Excellent D there from Bledsoe.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
Redick passes to Ingram. And here is Adams. Now here's Bledsoe. Over Irving. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
Just cannot get anything to go. If there's going to be a way to get out of this hole, I don't think he'll be the one to do it. And kind of par for the course here, right? Coming through with a solid offensive game to help them get this lead.
And so here is New Orleans after the basket by Brooklyn.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
And Greg, when you're discussing and comparing James Harden and what he's done these last few years, you have to do it on a very historic level.
He's going to go down as one of the best to ever play the game. His production is incredible, and the skill level really is groundbreaking. Easily the best off guard in the league.
And he makes the first.
I felt like he was a little hesitant in the first half, but really he's amping himself up here and battering around to get himself to the free throw line.
And so Durant nails them both. Brent, a few players now host podcasts, participate with those elements, with those vehicles during the season. Any thoughts on that?
I think it's great. I think it's fantastic for our fan base and for our players to have an outlet, to have conversations and share a little bit more about their personality. It grows them as people, I think, Kevin, especially I've listened to J.J. Redick's many times over,
yes.
And you learn something new, not only about players, but about their interests and how they're spending time. And I think if you were a young player, let's say you were a high school senior and you're a college player and you're listening to some of the things that guys are talking about and their experiences, I think it's invaluable for what it is that you don't know exists around a player in the NBA, and for you to start having considerations about how difficult the task is, how mentally taxing. So these things are great outlets for the players.
And the passing of Ingram, setting up his teammates and distributing the ball, effortless.
On the wing, Harden. He kicks to Aldridge. Ingram with the steal. And in transition, it's Ingram. Here we go. The rebound by the Nets. Durant's got 8 rebounds in this game.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
The second overall pick back in 2016, Brandon Ingram has shown us flashes. But whether it's defense or offense, still a ways to go.
2 shots.
That's good from Durant. And Greg, when you talk about Ingram, where would you look for him to make the next step in his game?
Well, in that one season at Duke, he did shoot over 40% from 3. I think becoming a reliable shooter from out there would be a key building block offensively.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Griffin's checked in. And KD drops them both.
With the amount of pressure Durant puts on his opponents, it's typical to see him among the leaders in free throw attempts.
And Redick kicks to Ingram. Bledsoe outside.
Get through.
Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And those are 2 teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
And Brent, when you watch Eric Bledsoe go to the rim, you just have to admire what an incredible finisher he is.
Well, Bledsoe, I think, has always relied on the fact that his physical stature, not in terms of his height at 6'1", but his width and strength allows him to go in there and be a bit of a bulldog, to get contact and to make things happen. So never has shied away from that.
That free throw good from Bledsoe.
Eric Bledsoe bounced around a little bit in the early part of his career under the tutelage of Chris Paul when he first came into the league. Seems like he's found a home here and very much settling into his role. Just can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
And it's sent back by Aldridge. Bledsoe against KD. Left side, Griffin. Pass to Irving.
Screen coming.
6 to shoot. Now here's Griffin. Tight defense on him. And stolen by Williamson. And here is Ingram. It's Reddick on the wing. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Yeah, JJ doing it from all over, shooting left side, right side. He's scoring from everywhere.
And it's good, 2 points. 30 points for James Harden.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
Now here's Bledsoe. It's Ingram on the wing. Looking to get back on track here. No good on that one. Some solid defense there from KD.
And he's really trying to get them back into it, but the results just have not been there.
Ingram with the steal. And slam dunk by Ingram.
And Ingram is just so long. I mean, he covers a ton of space and just so quick in transition.
Harden against Reddick. Now Harden beyond the arc. Nailed from three-point land. Harden's got 33.
And defensively, you got to respect Harden's ability to drive. That just makes him exponentially more difficult to guard out at the line. And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Now here's Irving. Shot from free throw range. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Pelicans trail by 17. And that one's good. Ingram.
Gotta see Ingram get going down low. Just another dimension of his game that he continues to develop.
1:31 left to play in the final quarter. There's the pass to Harden. Outside for Griffin. Uncovered. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. New Orleans has gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Now here's Williamson. 1:05 left in the game. Shot clock at 5. Bledsoe dishes to Williamson. Adams trying to free himself up. Great D that time from Irving. And KD's got the ball here for Brooklyn. 22 is their biggest lead.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Nets.
And guys, the fast break was run, I thought, beautifully all night by these guys. I think that was a big part of their success.
Yeah, they definitely ran the break well. A big advantage in that category, and they continually put pressure on the defense.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And they've really had a dominant run of games against this opponent this year. They played them 3 times and won every one.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Kevin Durant.
That's amazing defense from him. Seemed to know exactly when to pounce on the passing lanes and predictive steals.
Reddick passes to Ingram. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Kevin Durant.
And the knowledge that Ingram possesses, well aware that the D is going to hack him in these situations.
Ingram taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Ingram.
And guys, really no ceiling on Ingram. This is a guy who has the potential to be a truly great player before it's all done.
He's perfect from the line this time. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Llewellyn. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you very much, Blake. Another good night of work offensively. How does the team build on this?
Just keep that rhythm. You know, we're not always going to hit shots every night. Some nights the shots aren't going to fall. So just keeping that rhythm, keeping the ball moving, talking on defense, and relying on each other.
Congrats on a great win, Blake. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David. Great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for... Great guards tonight for both teams. Did you ever spend any time in the backcourt at any level when you were playing?
No, I was a ball-handling forward, Kevin, and it served me well, but I was not a guard. I was a forward that could dribble and pass fairly well.
So you were ahead of your time, because that's all we see now in the NBA, right? Guards are not always bringing the ball up.
Yeah, you know, somebody just mentioned that to me, Kevin, that I was maybe a tad ahead of my time back in the late 70s.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. Redick and Ingram fill out the perimeter. Williamson out there with Steven Adams. And it's Bledsoe in at the 1. Now, here is Irving. Brandon Ingram missing his last shot. Harden the pass to Durant. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. On its way from Irving for 2. It's hauled in by Adams.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And Bledsoe has it in the corner. The pass to Adams. Now the dish to Redick. Fires the 3. Pelicans keep it alive. Bledsoe kicks to Redick. Pass to Ingram for the 3. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Irving passes to Aldridge. Shoots over Adams. And again, no good by Brooklyn. New Orleans has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Over in the corner, Williamson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
And the expectations for Williamson are sky high. A superb athlete whose skill set and drive to be great is off the charts.
Pelicans shooting their first free throws here tonight. The first free throw is good. He hits both from the stripe.
And season 4 for Coach Kenny Atkinson with the Nets. You got to be impressed with the job he's done in Brooklyn.
Yeah, you know, Kenny is a hard worker. He's a bit of a grinder if you were trying to term what category he might fit into. And you see that in his team. And, you know, he admits it. He's getting better just like his players are. And that's a great, great statement because we're all hopefully getting better as we move forward.
Here's Bledsoe following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Redick dishes to Ingram. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Bledsoe. Over Irving. And again, no good by New Orleans.
Boy, they are frigid right now. I mean, failing to connect on their first 4 attempts.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And with all the accolades that James Harden has accumulated in his career, Clark, the one thing missing is a championship ring.
And, you know, there's no guarantees for however great you are individually that you'll win a championship. We've got a lot of great players that weren't able to get that done. But, you know, when you think about it, that's one thing that's keeping him from being in the all-time great shooting guard conversation in the eyes of some.
Take a break.
Team success is critically important. Championships add to your resume, but I think at the end of the day, when you maximize your individual contributions, that should be worth something in terms of your recognition and accolades.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him.
You know, no matter how you feel about James Harden, you've got to respect his love for the game. I mean, he absolutely lives and breathes basketball, and that passion has driven him to become the player he is today.
And both free throws good for James Harden. And Clark, last year Harden was quoted in saying, most players don't really love basketball.
Well, I don't know about most. That seems a bit extreme. Maybe he feels that they don't love it as much as he does, which certainly you could understand. But I can say that very few players have the drive and determination to improve their game the way Harden has. That's part of why he's been an MVP.
Here is Harden. Zion Williamson making his last shot. Bledsoe against Harden. Irving looking over the floor. That's in. He's got two made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And the mid-range shot of Irving is impressive. He has wonderful form with that shot.
Ingram kicks to Bledsoe. Teardrop shot. It's rebounded by Aldridge.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Oh, Griffin in position. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Boy, the timing of Griffin really superb in these situations. He has a great sense for when to leave the floor on these alley-oop jams.
Now here's Bledsoe. He's coming off a 28-point game against Sacramento. Oh, Clark, there's nothing like opening night. Preseason in the rearview mirror. Now the games count for real. Terrific time.
Yeah, exciting for everybody because hope springs eternal for all teams in the league after you get beyond preseason, and the games do count. They start calculating and documenting W's and L's.
And he knocks down the first one.
You know, for a team like the Nets building without top picks, player development becomes critical. I mean, the Nets have made that a key focus for their franchise, and you can see the results paying dividends now.
Bledsoe hits them both. Clark, you were talking about the Nets player development. Guys like Spencer Dinwiddie and Joe Harris were signed as free agents.
Yeah, and you know, guys, a coaching staff dedicated to taking them to the next level in terms of improvement and player development, the investment they make in their top-notch training facility, all of that focus paying off for them. Excellent vision by Durant out there. What a nice pass.
Bledsoe against Irving. No good from Bledsoe. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Durant with a wide open look. With the second effort, and Griffin puts it in. Griffin's got 6.
Yeah, and no one's ever questioned the desire. Griffin using his strength and explosiveness to make good on the second chance opportunities.
Pass to Ingram. Shoots over Griffin, and that one's good. Ingram.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, a while ago, Alvin Gentry and I were able to chat. I asked him how they'll try to deal with Kyrie, and he shrugged. He said he may be the best ball handler in the league. He gets where he wants to on the court. He just got to contest wherever he goes. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Here's Redick. James Harden picking up that last basket. Back to Bledsoe. Here's Williamson. Can't connect from 13 feet out. Nets leading by 6. Lets it fly from 18. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Now here's Williamson. 23 points for him the last game against the Kings in Sacramento.
And his scoring's going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of glass cleaning in that game.
And it's sent back by Aldridge.
He's not an easy guy to get a shot up and over. Aldridge has those long arms, and his timing's good, too.
Good. Harden's got his second bucket of the night.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Giving up too many open shots. I mean, that's what's happening here, Greg. They look to me to be a bit sluggish.
Ingram outside. Back to Bledsoe from downtown. Rebounded by the Nets.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
Now here's Williamson. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in.
Decent at spotting his teammates. You know, Bledsoe is good, I think, at reading the defense and then recognizing when he's got an open teammate.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Brooklyn.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
Take a break. The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
The first one falls. Mark, the two-way contract, a relatively new invention that gives players time in both the G League and the NBA.
I love it, Kevin, because it's another pathway for those aspiring to be NBA players to have a legitimate shot to make their dream come true. The G League is just a notch below the NBA in terms of overall talent. And so I love the fact that players who desire to be pros can have a pathway to get to the NBA by being part of the G League as well.
And these G League players are having an impact, aren't they? They're making a difference on a lot of teams.
40% of the players in the league have spent some time in the G League, so it speaks to the impact the G League has on the NBA.
Now here's Redick, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Nice D from Griffin. Brooklyn leading by 10. Now Irving. Now the pass to Harden. No good on the three. Here's Ingram. The offensive rebound. And Adams with the slam.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And, you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Harden, no good. Pelicans trail by 8. Ingram outside. Dishes to Adams. Redick passes to Bledsoe. Here's Adams, covered by Irving. And Adams kicks to Redick. And he's good on the 3-ball. Now just a 5-point Nets lead.
Very dangerous from outside the arc, as he's been throughout his career. All Redick needs is a little separation, and he's golden.
Harden against Redick, and Harden wide open. He shoots. Hits in. That's his third field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
Already finding his spots and capitalizing, playing really efficient basketball.
Bledsoe passes to Ingram. Outside, Redick takes a 3. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
And Redick drains these shots constantly. I mean, senses and feels the separation and then capitalizes on it.
Passes it to Harden. Fires from deep. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got his third assist on the night.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Now here's Adams. Favors trying to break free. Adams' shot is good. Adams has got his second bucket.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Irving from long range. It's good from long range. And the Nets lead by 8. And so it's Bledsoe. He brings it up for New Orleans. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Tell you what, if you're going to hit Bledsoe, you really got to give it to him, because when you don't, he just works through that contact.
The Pelicans shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. Jordan, he's checked in for LaMarcus Aldridge.
One shot.
And the key for Bledsoe, like it is for most players, is staying motivated and engaged. I mean, he's a big player for this team, an important player for this team.
Now, that was terrific.
Man, my goodness. And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim for the epic throwdown.
Here's Bledsoe. Scores for only the second time tonight. Now 2 for 6 from the field.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Outside Irving. Pass to Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
You know, Harden has that quick first step. Once he sees a lane to the rim, he's going to take it.
Ingram outside. The shot by Bledsoe. Nobody around. No good on the triple.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Griffin. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Yes, he does, Kevin. Love seeing Griffin finish with power at the rim. Awesome at throwing it down when he's in this deep.
Bledsoe against Irving. Here's Adams. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And guys, you look back to their loss last time out. He missed a lot of free throws that cost them.
Well, it was such a close game, they couldn't afford to waste their chances at the line, but he did. And just as you said, Greg, it cost him. And, you know, with his free throw percentage being where it was last season, it changed the way teams defended him. I mean, there were no easy baskets. He was going to get fouled anytime he got near the rim. They were going to make him earn his points at the line.
New Orleans making a switch here. Ball's checked in. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Brooklyn leading by 7. Feeds to Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
Boy, I tell you what, when Harden decides to turn it up, then you're turned out. It is a sight to see, folks. I mean, relentless, instinctive, tremendous night so far for him.
Now, here's Ball. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Sacramento.
And even if you took away his points, he was still an offensive force because of his passing. His assist numbers were tremendous.
Brooklyn's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Griffin dishes to Harden. Got a hand on it. Here's Ingram. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Sacramento.
Boy, he was piling up those assists in that one. I mean, every pass seemed to be on time and on target.
Harden against Redick. Now, here is Harden. Defense right on him. shot was up in time, but doesn't go in.
Good at contesting without fouling. I like seeing Redick in the face of his man.
James Harden getting it done for the Brooklyn Nets. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of the entire quarter. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. One of the league's best point guards, Kyrie Irving, had this to say about his competition.
2011, I came into a league where the point guard position was still being revolutionized, and now guys are solidifying that spot every single year. There are young guys coming in, but now we have established point guards that are franchise-changing point guards. And for me, having that competitive drive every single game, I know I'm going against an elite point guard every single game. So I think that now coming into the league is a lot different than it was before.
Some say, Greg, a golden age at the point guard position.
Yeah, and Irving right there with the best of them. He embraces the challenge.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Jordan. Durant is out there with Joe Harris. Then it's Harden, and it's Irving in at the 1 spot.
How about that? Redick showing the same kind of accuracy on that pass as he has on his three-point shots, which is quite remarkable. That's how you drop a dime, though.
And then Durant with the jam.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Here's Hayes following the bucket by the Nets. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Here's Favors. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got his 4th rebound in this one. On the wing, Irving. And he gets it to go from the corner. And now an 8-point Nets lead.
Set up on a platter that time by Harris. A room service dime right there.
And Favors kicks to Redick. Pass the ball. To the middle. Here's Favors. They get the rebound. The second chance effort, and it's good on the way in. Favors got his first bucket in this one.
Yeah, you know, you look at Ingram, and it's not all about scoring with him. He shows he shares the ball as well.
On its way from Irving for 2. It's rebounded by Derrick Favors.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first.
Hey, get that weak stuff out of here. Take it home. Jordan is fantastic at rejecting those kinds of shots.
Now, here is Harden. Derrick Favors unable to get his shot to go, and he gets it to go. Harden's got 19 points.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Now, here's Redick. He's got 6. The pass to Hayes. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Ball, the pass to Favors. The shot misses, and Brooklyn will come the other way.
He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used his contribution.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Back to Ball. Lobs it up for Favors, and then Favors with the dunk.
And when Ball has the ball, it's in good hands. He can run the offense, no doubt.
On the wing, Harris. Harden against Redick. Harden draws the double. Wants to get it to KD, and does. Yep, that one goes in there.
Hey, we know Harden can score it. but he also has great vision.
And even after the Achilles tear for Durant in the 2019 finals, he got a huge contract after he opted out.
Most teams felt they were willing to pay him while he rehabbed for a year. That was the case as the Nets gave him a 4-year max money deal. His next chapter is underway as he changed his number to 7.
Now here's Harden, following the miss by DeAndre Jordan. Passes to Durant. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Well, great to see KD back on the court. That heartbreaking moment where he went down in Game 5 of the 2019 Finals. Wow, so hard, Greg, to watch.
And KD clearly gave everything he had to try and win in the finals. Warriors fans appreciate his efforts, softened the blow as he left for the Nets. The Warriors ownership already promising to retire Durant's number up in the rafters.
Clark, among the bigs, which one do you think runs the floor the best?
Boy, I tell you, Anthony Davis is gazelle-like, and this guy is north of 7 feet tall and is just agile and quick in getting up and down. I think I'd put him at the top of the list. Clint Capella is in that category, and Giannis Antetokounmpo as well. But a lot of times he has the ball and is taking it rack to rack.
He does. Brings it up like a guard, and no one can stop him.
Nobody can stop that guy when he gets coming downhill at you.
It's the Nets now. The Pelicans make their last shot. Lobs it up for Jordan. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Ball against Dinwiddie. Irving passes to Dinwiddie. To the inside. Jordan finds Dinwiddie. That's chipped. And they're pushing it up. Williamson, the pass to Ball. And there's the feed to Williamson. Redick against Dinwiddie. Redick dishes to Williamson. Brooklyn with the rebound. Jordan's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And the Nets miss again. Pelicans trail by 12. Ingram outside. He dishes it to Ball. Right side, Redick. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's foul number 2 for him. The Nets making a switch here. Aldridge is checked in. And here are the Pelicans now. Here's Ingram, and it's sent back by Aldridge. Left side, Durant. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And Clark, ordinarily quiet by nature, LaMarcus Aldridge has become a more outspoken leader in recent years.
Yeah, and that's a good sign. Sometimes you have to get out of your comfort zone for the good of the team. Aldridge is, by nature, a laid-back, quiet guy, and sometimes that can work against the team. But in his case, he realized that he needed to be more vocal and stepped into doing that.
First one falls for him.
And you can tell Durant loves to play the game. Whether it's the NBA or a pickup at Rucker Park, this guy is balling 24/7.
Durant hits them both.
Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
And Alvin Gentry wants a timeout.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
averaged 18 points per, 2 assists and 2 rebounds. And every team in the league needs shooting. That's what he brings coming off the pine.
Yeah, there's always a demand for shooters, man. Half jumper will travel, I'm telling you. Most championship teams, they have a bunch of those guys who can put it in the basket.
Now, here's Ball. And it's sent back by Aldridge.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Here's Ball, following the basket by DeAndre Jordan. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
Well, it's a must to avoid fouling Ball. I mean, he's excellent at taking it to the defense and drawing the contact.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Two.
And the first one at the line is good. A lot of players keep track of their stats, their own team stats. But, Clark, how much do guys pay attention to stats in game?
I have no idea. I mean, I know stat sheets are given to the coaches during the timeouts throughout the game, but I don't think players in general are able to monitor their numbers. Now, there are exceptions to every rule. I imagine every team may have a player or two that can chart his numbers during the game, but the vast majority are too occupied with playing the game to keep up with the stats.
And they're looking up at the scoreboard, too, aren't they? Because they give individual stats up on the board.
Oh, man. Yeah, I tell you that, and then watching replays is one of my pet peeves with players. I mean, they should just focus on playing the game instead of always looking up to see if they fouled or not.
Outside, Reddick. Ingram outside. Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by Aldridge.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
And Adams sends it back. And it's Ball in the corner. 3-pointer. Goes back up. And it's sent back by Aldridge. And he's able to get it back. And that one's good. Williamson. Brooklyn leading by 15. Dinwiddie passes to KD. Pass to Irving. Jordan inside. Adams on him. It's good. Jordan's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, Jordan is aggressive as a rebounder. He uses his massive body, athleticism, and long arms to wreak havoc on the glass.
Now, here's Ball. Here's Reddick. He's off on that one. Dinwiddie with some nice D. Left side, Irving. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. And that's 13 points for Kyrie Irving.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
Now, here's Ball. 6 on the shot clock. Floats one up, and he lays it up and in. Ball's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And Ball has so much confidence on this floater, in addition to a nice touch with it, so that makes it really hard to deal with.
Here's Dinwiddie. 23 points for him the last game against the Warriors in San Francisco. Here's Aldridge, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Steven Adams picks one up.
And, you know, Aldridge is a load to deal with. When he gets good position, you pretty much have to be physical with him.
The Nets have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts.
2 shots.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Aldridge.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
One way to protect the lead, knock down those free throws, and 100% free throwing for the quarter, that's superb.
The Pelicans making a switch here. Bledsoe's checked in. Both free throws good from Aldridge.
Yeah, you know, players like Aldridge are a little bit of a diminishing breed in the NBA, a master in the low post with all sorts of ways to score in the paint.
Now here's Bledsoe. 7 points in the game. Down low. Now here's Williamson. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Dinwiddie kicks to Irving. Back to Dinwiddie. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Durant the pass to Aldridge. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Boy, this is as skilled an inside scorer as you're going to see, folks. I mean, Aldridge has a lot of post moves.
Here's Bledsoe. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Ball against Irving. Outside, KD. Jordan trying to free himself up, and again it's Brooklyn converting.
And there's little the D can do to stop Durant. Phenomenal at using his length to get his shot over those outstretched arms.
Now here's Ingram. Puts it up from 12, and he drops that one in. Ingram's got 9 points. Nets leading by 19 points. Outside Aldridge. Back to Irving. Wing shot on the way. That one a little long. New Orleans has gotten into trouble with the 3-ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Here's Williamson. Aldridge with some nice D.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
No good from Durant.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And the dunk by Williamson.
This is too easy for Williamson. Once he gets established position, he is ready to attack the rim.
And here is Durant. 13 points in the game. There's the triple. No good. Shot missing. And so it's Brooklyn. Feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Coach Alvin Gentry. And Coach, you guys struggled in the first half. What will be your message to your team to try and turn it around?
Well, I think the big thing was that I thought we were getting good shots. We just weren't knocking them in. And then I thought we had to play a little faster. I thought we had to pick up the pace of the game. We did, and we started making a few shots.
We'll see who wins that pace-space battle in the second half. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. James Harden was the man in the first. He ended up with 22 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. And from what we saw so far from the Nets, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
As we've seen, the deceiving quickness of Harden makes him so difficult to guard. He can go from slow to fast in an instant. Can stop on a dime, or he can take you all the way to the rack.
Shaq, how do you think New Orleans played?
Not pretty to watch how they get torched in the low post, Ernie. When they were playing defense in the post, you know me, Ernie. Barbecue chicken alert, barbecue chicken alert. This team is going to have to up the pressure, play more physical in the second half. Start a fight, throw some bowls, let's go.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin. with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side. My brother.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Setting the floor now for the Pelicans. Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. J.J. Redick is out there at Bledsoe. And it's Adams in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And it's Harden with the ball for the Nets. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. And that one's good, Irving.
And Durant just great at picking apart the defense. When they leave one of his guys open, he is quick to get the ball to them.
Here's Bledsoe following the basket by Kyrie Irving. He gets that one.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Harden inside the three-point line. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got assist number 8 now on the night. Here's Bledsoe. He can't get that one. Harden with the defensive effort. Nets leading by 19. Durant down low. He's covered by Ingram. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
And Clark, when you look at how the game has changed, if you were entering the league today, how would you reshape your skill set?
Well, the biggest part would be expanding my shooting range. I was a good shooter at the time that I played, but would need to expand it, and was just starting to stretch out my shooting to the three-point line. And then also defensively, be a little more committed to that end of the floor, really working to get better there. But ball handling, passing, scoring, rebounding, those were things that I did pretty well.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Pass to Williamson. He kicks it to Redick. Clock at 6. They get it again. Adams. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Now we have a moment to look at how the blocks have been stacking up over the past several months for Aldridge.
Well, we're just not seeing that same fierceness out of him defensively these last few months. He's lost a little bit of that intimidation factor. He's not blocking as many shots, and he's not making the same impact on that end of the floor.
2 shots.
Throw good, Adams. And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
And the wide open shot from Redick connects from three-point range. Redick's got 9.
And there aren't many players more reliable from three-point range than he is, especially when the D's playing off him like that.
Now here's Durant. He's got 13. Aldridge finds Harden. Over Redick. But they recover it. Great D that time from Redick. Wide open. Good. He hits the jump shot. Redick's got 5 points in the quarter.
Boy, and shooting does not get any prettier than that. Redick sensing separation and taking advantage beautifully.
Harden dishes to Irving. Irving double team. And then Durant with the dunk.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Oh, that's how you drive your point home right there.
He's lucky to get away with that, though, guys. I mean, it could have earned him a technical for hanging on too long.
Stolen by Harden. In transition, here come the Nets. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Harden's got 26.
Remarkable speed in transition from Harden, sprinting ahead of everybody, putting himself in a great spot there.
Williamson with it. He's got 12. Kicks it to Adams. And there's the pass to Bledsoe. Second shot opportunity, and Williamson with the layup. He's got 14.
Second chance opportunities. Williamson explosive into the air with the touch and concentration to finish.
Now, here is Irving. He's got 15. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Williamson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Ingram against Durant. Passes it to Bledsoe. Back to Ingram. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got 3 assists in the game. Now Irving. Pass to Griffin. To the middle. Here's Aldridge. And Aldridge slams it in.
Well, he's so good around the basket that he doesn't really need to throw it down. But sometimes Aldridge just has to take advantage of it.
Here is Bledsoe. He's got 7. He had a nice open look right there. And that's 13 points for J.J. Redick.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Aldridge, good.
Yeah, you know, when Aldridge is hitting shots from distance, it causes all kinds of problems for the defense. They have no idea how to defend it.
Redick finds Adams. Bledsoe against Harden. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
You know, Bledsoe is so athletic and plays with such great energy, it's hard to defend him sometimes without fouling.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Bledsoe. Harris is checked in for Brooklyn. And a change for the Pelicans. Okafor's checked in. And Eric Bledsoe drops them both. Brooklyn leading by 17. Irving passes to Aldridge. Double team on Aldridge. Tipped away. Okafor with the steal. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. Bledsoe for 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Bledsoe's got 5 points in the quarter.
You know, I think it's critical that Bledsoe shoots with confidence off the catch. I mean, I like that mentality. You know, his teammates calling him the slender man. Brandon Ingram, not much more than 200 lbs, but adding strength has been a focus.
Shot clock at 6. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Harden gets the bucket.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
Pelicans trail by 16. Pass to Okafor. He kicks it to Ingram. It's hauled in by Harris. And with Brandon Ingram and his size, he could benefit from adding a few pounds.
Well, you know, his teammates call him Tiny Dog. Dog because of his determination. That's a positive thing. The tiny part in reference to his slight frame. Time to bulk it up, young fella. Weight room.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Nets.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
Another thing they've done tonight is work the ball into the paint for plenty of those close-range points. You got to have those.
And the free throw, no good. Nets leading by 14. Irving finds Griffin, and he comes up with the deuce. Griffin's got 13.
It was all about his athleticism when Griffin first came into the league, but it didn't take long to see he was about a lot more than that. He's got serious skills down low.
Now here's Bledsoe. 12 points for him. Now here's Redick. He scores his sixth bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
Boy, he's been a different player here in the second half, looking much more comfortable on the offensive end.
Harden draws the double, and the pass to Claxton. And here is Harris. Off target from outside.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Phenomenal athleticism from Ingram. I mean, really looking to rip that basket up with that strong dunk.
Here's Irving. The Pelicans make their last shot. Irving double team. Here's Claxton. No points in the game yet for him. He feeds it to Harris. Great look, but off the mark.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
11 feet away. And the dunk by Williamson.
And that's grown man muscle. Williamson relishes any chance he gets to take the defense on and finish.
He's made 2 of 3 from the stripe tonight. Spencer Dinwiddie's checked in for Irving. Ball's checked in for New Orleans.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That free throw good from Williamson. And Brooklyn has possession. 22 is their biggest lead. Here's Harden on the wing. 28 points for him. Passes to Claxton. Nets passing it around. Ingram with the steal. Bledsoe outside. And Bledsoe with the stuff.
How about that endless wingspan of Ingram? I mean, really causing the opposition a lot of problems.
Ball against Harden. Harden draws the double, puts it up, and Dinwiddie with the basket on the assist by Harden. Dinwiddie's got his second bucket tonight.
That was some slick passing from Harden on that one.
Ball to pass to Okafor. Bledsoe against Dinwiddie. Now here's Bledsoe, guarded closely. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Okafor, and plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And there's the call, Brooklyn the foul.
I'll tell you what, coming straight to the NBA after just 1 year at Duke, Okafor making an immediate impact in the NBA.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
You know, yeah, guys, last year was a rough one for him at the stripe. I mean, it's going to be hard for him not to improve on those numbers. They were that bad.
First free throw is good. And Brooklyn making a change here. Jordan's checked in. And he can't hit the second. Nets leading by 8. Harden with it. Eric Bledsoe covering. And there it is for him. And that's now 30 points for James Harden.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Ball, the pass to Okafor. And stolen by Jordan. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Harris outside. Back to Dinwiddie. 5 to shoot. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Ball. Plays it in off the breakaway. Ball's got 8 points.
Yeah, Ball snuck out there capitalizing in transition, but his speed, part of that equation too. Good job by Ball.
Outside Jordan. Back to Dinwiddie. Outside Jordan. 6 to shoot. Pass to Harris. Lets it go with the 3. Doesn't go that time. And New Orleans will come the other way. To the paint. Here's Ingram. And slam dunk by Ingram.
Boy, that looks good whenever Ingram rises for the jam. Flushing it home in the face of the opposition. Poster.
Harris outside. Jordan the pass to Harden. The 3. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
The defense better watch out. They better be alert because this guy can make threes, as we saw in the first half.
And the offensive skill set Williamson has off the charts. And the scary thing is, guys, he's only going to keep getting better.
Now here's Dinwiddie. He has 5. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession.
All right, a chance to check out the stats for Spencer Dinwiddie, how he did last season. He averaged about 17 points a game last year, 4 assists and 2 rebounds. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Good on the bucket. Dinwiddie's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Boy, it's so difficult to corral Dinwiddie. Even when you get physical with him, he finds a way to power through.
Okafor kicks to Bledsoe. Makes it off the glass. Bledsoe's got 9 points here in the second half.
And now they're shooting it pretty well. That was not something we would have said in that first half.
27 seconds left in the 3rd. Harden draws the double. Back to Dinwiddie. Pass to Harris. Goes up on the wing. Some solid defense from Ingram.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
And then Okafor slams it in.
Boy, it's enjoyable watching Okafor use his size so well. I mean, he's just bludgeoning the rim whenever he gets it inside down low.
James Harden getting it done for the Brooklyn Nets. And his big game just keeps getting bigger. That quarter sees him get over 30 points. And we'll be back with you shortly. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the 4th quarter could have even more action in store for us. We've got Durant, Spencer Dinwiddie out there with Harden. Then there's DeAndre Jordan, and it's Claxton in a power forward. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
Ferociousness from Harden, looking like he wants to tear the rim off.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Kevin Durant. That's his first personal foul. Shooting for New Orleans. Brandon Ingram. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Ingram.
And you know, guys, for Ingram, the free throw line's been a trouble spot. Seems to me that he's not been able to get a consistent routine in approaching free throw shooting.
Both free throws good for Ingram.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
On the wing, Harden. Lets it fly. And it's Ingram with the rebound. Ingram's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And it's Bledsoe. That time on the assist from Ingram. Bledsoe's got it all tied up now for New Orleans. Dinwiddie dishes to Durant. And it's Melly with the rebound. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. They'll be off next to Utah for a meeting with the Jazz. That will be the 4th of this string of 5 played on the road.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for just battling back into this game.
Extremely impressive was the rally they made. I mean, we'll see how much their comeback might have taken out of them, and we'll see if they can keep that foot on the pedal now.
Ball against Dinwiddie. Durant kicks to Dinwiddie. From deep three-point range, the basket good off the assist from Durant. Durant's got 5 assists in the game. Ball, the pass to Adams. The dish to Bledsoe. And it's blocked by Jordan. Adams' shot is off.
No excuses, none. I mean, with the defense non-existent, I mean, he has to connect from there.
The pass to Durant. Outside Jordan. To the inside, Harden uses the glass to finish the layup. And now a 3-point Nets lead.
I don't know too many guys who have the skill and attacking mentality that Harden does. I mean, he's only got one thing on his mind, and that's scoring the basketball.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on James Harden.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Irving comes in for Spencer Dinwiddie. Good on the second free throw.
Only down 2 now, but that miss might come back to haunt you. If they don't get a stop, it's back to a 2-possession game.
Irving against Bledsoe. The deep 3 from Durant. Here's Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Hey, you know, Kevin, there's a reason why Jordan's a high percentage shooter. Shooting percentage a function of the kind of shots you get. He opts mainly for dunks.
Here's Ingram. And the Pelicans miss again. Brooklyn leading by 4. Here's Harden. And that one, good. Harden's got 6 points in the quarter.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Bledsoe looking it over. Ingram outside. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Ingram's got 19 points.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Yeah, they've had a great second half from long range, Greg. I mean, things are definitely starting to look up for him.
Jordan dishes to Harden. And the layup is good. Harden's got 38 points.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Guys, when you're this hot, it's elementary. Let it fly. Keep staying at it.
That one's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to 4 points. The basket there from Bledsoe. Bledsoe against Irving. Here's Harden. Lays it up off the glass. Harden's got 18 points now here in the second half.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Adams down low. He's against Jordan.
Now, there's an example of good defense beating good offense.
Irving against Ball. Irving passes to Aldridge. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
The defense has to be smarter in how they guard Aldridge. He's very creative on offense.
Brooklyn. Marcus Aldridge. 2 shots.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
That's good from Aldridge. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Brooklyn. And a change for the Pelicans. J.J. Redick's checked in for Ball. Both free throws good from Aldridge. And so it's New Orleans with it. 8-point game. Bledsoe against Griffin. Shots good by Bledsoe. Bledsoe's got 23 points.
I think it's almost impossible to guard Bledsoe when he's breaking moves out like that. His ball handling, terrific.
Stolen by Bledsoe. Ingram outside. And Aldridge comes over to help. Irving with the steal. Outside Griffin. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
A free throw drops for Griffin.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime? Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
New Orleans moving it around. Bledsoe kicks to Redick. Shot clock at 6. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Here's Adams. The shot, no good. Harden with the defensive effort. And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. 22 is their biggest lead.
Guys, it's hard to shake Harden off his game. He's so strong and skilled. He keeps his balance right where he needs it.
Outside, Redick. Dishes it to Bledsoe. Irving with the steal. And now Irving pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And he makes that one.
And when Irving is feeling it, he's untouchable. A prime-time scorer who can spot up as well as create for himself.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. And that'll be his third foul so far. Williamson is checked in for the Pelicans.
Checking in for the Pelicans, Zion Williamson.
They double-team Bledsoe. Redick, a good look. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. The shot by KD. No good.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Inside. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Irving. Harden's got 44.
And Irving is comfortable running the offense. When a teammate's open, he's quick to whip it around and get him a good look.
Bledsoe, and it's sent back by Aldridge.
Oh, a tough quarter for him offensively. He hasn't been able to give his team a lift when they need it.
And then Griffin with the dunk.
An unreal performance by Griffin. Locked in. They just have not come up with a scheme to contain him.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Redick finds Bledsoe. Adams down low. Aldridge is covering. Adams, the pass to Williamson. Over Irving. And it's Williamson missing. Brooklyn leading by 15. Passes it to Harden. And another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. You gotta like what Harden has done in this game so far.
You know, that defense is helpless right now. I mean, he's got their number, and he knows it.
Jordan player of the game, James Harden.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. Pelicans trail by 17. And here is ball. Pass to Williamson. Ingram outside. 6 on the shot clock. Not going to go that time. Great D that time from Griffin. Look from Durant. Ball with the rebound.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Adams wide open. Rebounded by the Nets. Durant's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
So hard, actually impossible to cut into the lead when you have a guy struggling this badly.
I mean, there are a lot of players who are smaller than Durant who can't put a defender on skates like he does.
Pass to Ingram. Outside, Redick. Ball against Irving. Near the three-point line, it's Ingram. Off the mark, and the drought continues. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for Brooklyn. 22 is their biggest lead. Irving double team. Baseline try. Again, the miss by KD. Pelicans trail by 19. Here's Williamson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on James Harden.
An absolute beast in close. Once Williamson has this kind of positioning, you pretty much have to foul.
2 shots.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Williamson. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And the Nets with possession here. They lead by 17. Irving against Ball. Outside, KD. This one for 3. Drains the three-pointer. Durant's got 20 points.
Man, he gets it done in bunches, does Durant. He's a superb scorer. You've just got to marvel at his greatness.
To the right side. Williamson with it. Griffin on him. Williamson kicks to Ball. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet.
And we've documented it. Ball has a hitch in his giddy-up on that shot. But it works. I mean, it's all about release and follow-through and confidence and repetition. And if he has room, then he'll make you pay.
There's the pass to Harden. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. 48 points for James Harden.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Redick dishes the ball. Williamson, the pass to Ball. To the middle, here's Adams. There's another block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. KD on the wing. Covered by Redick. Here's Griffin. And it's Williamson with the rebound.
I think in that situation, that was a nice try to create some space for himself with the fadeaway.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Nets.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket. Didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And in this season series, it's become an emphatic 3-game sweep. So they have to feel pretty good about how dominant they've been in this matchup against the Pelicans.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for James Harden.
And, you know, there was no stopping him tonight. Whenever he got the ball, he was looking to score, and rightly so.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kyrie, we're at an early part of the season. But what did you want to accomplish tonight individually and in the team flow?
Just wanted to come out here and compete, get the win. We wanted to set a standard for ourselves. The most important thing was just coming out here and competing for my teammates and, doing whatever possible to get this win.
And you all did that tonight. Thanks, Kyrie. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And we'll see you next time.